Today we are going to discuss about what I told you before in the previous episode. It's about chronic trauma and acute trauma disorder. This is very a vast subject. Actually, we cannot finish it in one session or two sessions. A series of sessions are actually needed for this. But sometimes because of the time we have to do like that. Okay, let me start. So what is acute? The acute traumatic disorder, that is means a person suddenly stuck with some sort of sudden event in their life, which is, I'm sorry, my throat is not good today, but even though I have to, right? So person who faced an accident themselves, right? Or make other people die in an accident situation. This makes a person an acute trauma disorder because this is very tragic. The outsiders actually saying that this position is not going to give anything. No, it's not like that. Suddenly strike something, our mind is actually changing suddenly and getting traumatic disorder. This is one condition, okay. There are a few other conditions as well. Someone is passed away, suddenly, very close relative. Very close relative means parents, children. Children means the parents, children here. So that means parents are getting, right. And they are one of the parent, close relatives, or whoever looking after them, or because of them someone is passed away or killed by accidentally, not intentionally, accident. These sort of things makes a person terrible, very terrible situation, because these people feel insecurity. Suddenly they stuck in their life because maybe these type of people maybe depend on that particular person who passed away from their life, okay. So from that situation they feel not only misery, not only the pain, not only the heart, they feel hurt already, and according to that they feel the insecurity and fearful condition in front of their future. They see the future like a terrible situation. They don't know how to handle their situation. They don't know how to face this reality. They don't know how they can go in front. Suddenly they're stuck and they go into trauma, depression. This is very, very important. Sometimes these people can recover because of in the interventions of medicines, maybe the interventions of social service agencies and good counselors, good spiritual advisors. This kind of trauma will remove. Actually, they can evacuate, it will happen. But sometimes it is not, because this trauma, one condition, they think like it is finished, okay. They are very happy, okay. But the problem is, once in their life again they are facing maybe a different situation, a bit different thing, but at the same level of the past one, they feel again, it's very acute. Some other condition is sexual assault, rape, these sort of things. This means very terrible sexual assault, especially for women, men's case, I don't know about men is sexually assaulting by anybody. I don't know, I don't have any idea, okay. What I'm saying here is sexual assault from their closest ones is more terrible than the outsiders. What are the statistics are showing? Most of the assaults, sexual assaults, mostly happening from a family member. Now, I'm not talking about a separate country or separate situation now all over the world, okay. Homicides are also happening because of intimate relationship, mostly, especially in developed countries, not in developing or underdeveloped countries, or Asian countries is different story. Their homicides are happening because of economic situation. There are maybe a lot of financial situation, business situation, like that. But in developed countries, it is happening most probably, I think 80%, more than 80%, I can't tell that. But 80%, I can sure, this homicide is happening because of intimate relationship, from intimate relationship. As a criminologist, I know the statistics all over the world. So that's the things I'm saying, okay. So the homicide is also a one part of sexual assault. Sexual assault of a woman, that means I have to tell you big stories. Sometimes it happens from the parents. Maybe it is very new thing for you, but it is not a new thing. Sometimes from one of the parent, sexual abuse, okay. First time it is sexual assault, then it is abuse, okay. Otherwise it is happened from the siblings, maybe accidentally, maybe intentionally, doesn't matter, maybe curious. Sexual assault is happening there as well. And from the friends means intimate friends, boyfriends, girlfriends, whatever. Sometimes people are believing in the person very closest to you, and they are willing to I'm not blaming anybody, that's a situation, but sometimes they used only for physical use and only for benefit. I heard about these kind of benefit things actually from in Western countries. Friends for benefit. The first time I'm hearing that word from one of my friends. Friends for benefit. I didn't hear that word before I was in overseas, and when I came here in Australia, and I'm not telling that Australia is like that, it's not. There are a lot of good people, very liberal, I love this country, but in a particular situation I heard this word. This is kind of a funny word for me at the first time feel, but later I understand it is it is a kind of manipulating people in between for their own needs, whatever the needs, maybe physical need, maybe financial needs, like that. Yeah, it is happening, right? Yeah, so friends for benefit, yeah, so it is happening. So these kind of sexual relationship or a sudden sexual assault from their own partner, even in marriages as well, this kind of marriage situation is coming in especially in Asian countries. Other situation coming from Western countries mostly, all over the world, but the marriage thing, most probably it comes from Asian countries, because the parents decide a person for arranged marriage. Especially maybe this girl or boy doesn't know the person properly, maybe 18 days fixed after, or maybe 1 month. If it is they got a real contact to each other, that's a different case. But sometimes, most of the times, what happens, once the parents is fixed, nowadays it is a little bit different, but they are asking, the parents are asking to the children what is actually you need, like that stuff nowadays is coming, but not in the past, okay. So what is actually happening? They decide a person according to the practical way of thinking of financial status, family status, legacy, their religion, the caste, everything they are looking together, right? Yeah, that is actually happening, and without asking the person who are actually marrying, right? That ridiculous, but it is happening, right? So what is actually happening? This girl or a boy, in boys case it is not that much, but in girls case it is all about sex, or like family life for them, for intimacy. They need intimacy first, they need attraction first, they need feeling from the heart first, otherwise they feel it is assault, right? I don't know, although normally men are thinking like that way. I can take a class about that later in my Honest Path channel, right? But here, I'm telling you, sometimes even husband and wife, even they are doing the sexual assault and giving traumas to the other person. You know why? Because without the awareness, without the asking whatever the other person is need. I know that a lot of girls from Asian countries, they faced this situation. First time, the first day of their marriage, you know, what is that called? First night, right? They are experiencing the terrible trauma condition, you know. Then later they are recovering, you know, because of the no other options. No other options. Right? So they don't know this person, they don't know anything about them, they don't even started to feel anything about them, and starting sharing the water, the body. This makes a woman very terrible situation, like acute trauma. This is one of the situation. Even I'm saying inside the couples as well, sometimes it is happening. Okay, so normally acute through the sexual assault, that means from an intimate person, suddenly some person is getting sexual assault or a rape, in a group rape or something like that, or a small child is getting a sexual abuse. At the first time they feel terrible trauma about their rest of their life. Maybe they become, if they cannot recover that position, maybe they become sex offenders. They will repeat the same to the others, maybe to their family members later in their life, maybe to the society. Some people, they recover, and they are living peacefully, they get married and they get children. But when their children get into in a situation to get married, or a girlfriend or boyfriend, they suddenly stuck because they fear inside, because of this trauma. Because that's why I'm telling you, whatever you giving to your kids, or whatever your children or parents or whoever the person is receiving from the society, or a person or a family, it will affect the people, right? You know, that's a terrible situation. Sometimes it is from attacks, you know. Attack means not a heart attack. I'm asking about or telling about the terrorist attacks, or sudden killing, or natural disasters, and family members passed away suddenly, and a person seeing in front of their eyes, they face a big tragedy. You know, they may be escaped from that, but that trauma will remain long last. Sometimes it will recover, sometimes not. Sometimes it will recover and hide inside. Yeah, it's terrible. Then the next one is, my friends, I have to tell you, this is chronic, chronic one. This is mostly from genetic, One of the reason is genetic reason, because of our ancestors or forefathers who have some traumas in their life, or maybe a pregnant woman got a trauma situation from their husband and family during pregnancy, or a person, because of a disability, he feel trauma, or negligence of family because of a baby born here in the earth, and if they find out they are disabled or got some sort of traumatic condition or something, the people are become, you know, very anxious and showing them very indifferent, you know, very indifferent way of approach to the kids sometimes, especially disabled kids. I know that. I don't want to explain, but I know that. Society is seeing them differently. Not, I don't see that sort of things in the developed countries, but in there is some sort of countries, they are treating them very bad because the society doesn't want to mingle with them. Because of that, this type of kids, they are locked in the room. I saw that in previous times. They don't want to send it to the hospital to look clinically, because the thing is, they are worrying about what the society is thinking about them, you know. It's tragic. It is tragic. But not in Western countries, not in Australia that way, but I'm just saying, okay. This sort of chronic diseases, it's a result of your previous generations or previous forefathers, ancestors, the actions, what they've done wrongly to the other people, their memories going to the other memories. And the generation after generation, it is coming to as a curse. But sometimes it is not. It is a life lesson for the person, right? Genetic disorder, one of the reason. Pregnancy time, another reason for a pregnant woman. If she got a terrible situation, if she doesn't have any, you know, like a belief in faith in the Almighty or something, or nobody to support her, and blaming from other people, different situation from the partner, these are all affects the lady if she doesn't have a strong mental power. This will affect the baby as a trauma, some sort of trauma, fearful traumas. Need to understand such kind of things, please, right? Okay. And the other type of chronic one, that is a long time one, means after, it's a kind of chain, that is because of the circumstance of the family, and because of the family outside circumstance, it means like from relatives, you know, close relatives, something like that, and from the society as well. Yes, of course there is, and from the peers group, they are also making big problems, you know. In domestic violence, this is in higher level, because these kind of kids, they are continuously receiving the messages of traumas every time. One time they finish the trauma, next time they don't know. They're worrying every day in the house, or how their daddy is coming to approach, how the mommy is going to take that as tonight. They're worrying every day. An alcoholic person's life, an alcoholic person's family, the children, they are suffering these traumas because every day they are seeing the person like this. They feel terrible. They feel terrible in their childhood. You know, some kids, they got a very willpower, maybe good, you know, karma in their past life. Maybe they got good stamina in their mind and heart. And what I'm saying, not the stamina of physical body. What I'm saying is about their mental strength, okay? I'm sorry, I got a little bit throat sore. Okay, so what this situation happened, exactly the continuous series of abusing. They don't wonder if the parents are not abusing the kids. Yeah, I'm not abusing you. I'm talking to your mom. I'm talking to my partner, not to you. You can go and sit there. No, because they are hearing you. When you are in phone, or your partner is in the phone, separated couples, whatever this thing, and you're receiving the phone call, you're receiving the word is FFF, B, ba, whatever the words, these all affected kids. Drug addiction, alcohol, sex addiction, options, everyday problems, telling every time to a person, you are not good. You're not good person for me. Well, if it is not, get lost. Don't want to find a problem for your kids then. Because these kind of people, narcissistic people or the domestic violence, whatever they including, without the gender. Sometimes women are also crazy, you know. Without the gender, what I'm saying, they don't focus about, they got children, but they don't focus about others, no? They don't want to worry about them. They just worry about what their happiness, what the happiness they can get it the maximum from their partner. They don't think about the mental issues or the health issues of their children. Because of the mental issues, your children going to get a trauma and health issues become, nervous disorders, trauma disorder, a lot of disorders. You're making that if it is not genetic. Okay. So these kind of complete abusing, if there is no physical abuse, but still there is emotional abuse. Emotional abuse is terrible, terrible, terrible. Then why you will ask me, how do you know that you can, or RCC, you Google it from somewhere and you learned all these things and you're talking in front of the camera. That's, we don't want to hear this shit. It's not the case. Whatever I'm talking here, except sexual assault, whatever, I faced a lot. You know, the academic knowledge from the books and from the university, from the Google, they're not giving any empathy to you. No. If you know that the fire is fire, you cannot know, you cannot recognize without touching a fire what is the intensity. Even though the fire is different variation and different intensity in different situation. There's a fire, but still the intention and the frequency is different. You know how? When you are touching a candle, I got a candle here. If it is lightened and I touch to here, I feel hot. I feel heat, pain, but not that much. But I'm putting my hand on the stove, that's a different heat. If I put that one in a different level or higher level of fire, intense fire, that's a different burning. From the acids, that different fire energy. You need to understand each of this emotional harassment, abuse. You think you need to become something to show off your partner that you're great. I'm sorry. You are thinking that you need to show off that dominance and ego in front of your partner and the children and makes yourself that you are the king or you are the queen. You're wrong. You're extremely wrong. Because whoever seeing you, whoever receiving the message from you, they're receiving the wrong way. Telling bad words to your kids. Talking bad words to your partner. You have to stop it. Now, this is not my chapter at the moment. I will tell that kind of family violence matter in different way. We got a series of sessions in Wholeness Path. I told you before, Wholeness Path, Wholeness Path is a channel. Wholeness Path is a channel not only for telling you to prayer. I'm not even believing that. I told you in the first episode. What I'm believing in practically to do, give something to give you, transform your life and find out the ultimate universe and the ultimate creator, the only ultimate soul. Forget about that now. So the chronic disorder, traumatic disorder, this is from genetic. I'm leaving the genetic as well. One more thing I have to tell about genetic, because I told you about the previous things. We are getting the past things from the older generation or your previous ancestors. You're getting that genetic disorder to you. Not only the traumas, whatever the diseases, whatever the things, you know that a sugar family, they got sugar. That's a kind of thing, right? Now you got a present life and you creating again bad karmas and you storing lot of wealth. Nothing. Nothing, doesn't matter, because you're storing a lot of bad karma and giving to your kids. They're carrying that to their next generation. You're carrying, you giving the coronavirus. I'm telling, the coronavirus is a poor thing, you know. They're just doing their duty. What I'm saying is, a person has a corona. A person behave like a corona, you know, like he want to, what he want? He want to save his money, 100,000, millions for their kids. But at the same time, he don't think, if he doesn't do a right action and right source of money to save this without looking other people, will this become a disaster for their children. Big disaster. Okay, so what is the best savings for your kids? Best karma, best action, best duty and responsibilities. And you have to show, you don't want to show that your legacy with a blazer and good pants and shirt and showing that you're good and highly official clothes, executive clothes, and you're walking like that, and you're showing that my family is coming from this family, my family is this. You don't have no legacy like that, because the upside someone is created you to put it here. You don't have anything to pride about like that. But you're just thinking, I'm the biggest one, I'm biggest family member, aristocratic, royal, empathetic. I feel sometimes empathetic to these people, because they doesn't know one day they have to leave this all accreditation, what they given to their life. Anyway, okay, so these chronic diseases, this chronic completely going one and another, one after another, this kind of situation will affect the kids. My darlings, please understand. Not only the kids, even the grow up. Because in family violence, I saw a lot of women. Terrible situation. I also goes through, I'm telling you. But because of my complete belief in Almighty and mental strength, maybe, I recovered. That's why I'm talking to you now, right? But I know why I go through this kind of situation in my life, to give you this. That I'm telling you, Rincy, you are talking rubbish at the moment. No, I'm not talking rubbish. I'm talking from my life. So please understand, these chronic things, acute trauma and the chronic complex trauma, except the genetic disorder, you must have to understand you are also one of the part of that. So please help that sort of people. Don't degrade any other person because that you got something aristocratic or legacy background of your family name and your racist view of life. Please think about your family is that the smallest unit of the society. You are the one, the very, very minute micro unit of the universe. Your family is the micro unit of yourself, included a family unit in the universe. Then you're thinking that I'm the big one. And you're doing this kind of manipulation to your family, and because of you need to get some sort of, respect. If you need respect, you have to give respect. That's the thing. Otherwise, you will get the respect because of fear. It's not because of love. When you want respect from other people, you don't want to think about I want respect. People will give you respect. How? They seeing you what you are doing. Some people, then whatever you're doing, the best thing, they can't see it because they are blind. That is different variety of people. What I'm saying, normal people. So please understand these kind of things. I think I gone a lot. Okay. So coming sessions of Honest Path channel, we are seeing about family violence, a series of family violence talks. Okay. So when you think about I am eligible, or are you, how can you say that? You can look at my, I'm not believing in educational background or whatever the things what we are acquiring, but this thing is where sometimes we have to, people need assurance, quality, eligibility. I don't believe that, but still they want. If you want to know, maybe you can say in the description box, right? So that's it is. So please understand these sort of people's, these sort of variety, what you think as a variety of people, it is not a variety of people, that will what we are making into the society. Please stop it doing like that. Behave very well in your family. Give love and take love. Without giving, you are not eligible to take. La la la. So thank you for watching my video today. I think you all are getting my point, So next time we can see for another session of Family Violence series. So bye bye. See you.